The ripple effects for the protests for racial equality and social justice have been felt around the world. It's left a lot of families looking for ways to teach their kids about these issues.
New York Times Parenting recently ran a piece about families who are protesting together and how the lessons are passed through generations. Let's take a look.
Across the country and all over the world, within the seas of peaceful protesters are young faces. Children are protesting alongside their parents. In the Hargrove household, it was 13-year-old Caden who first decided to get involved.
We thought it would be a good idea to go as a family. What I saw all around was that they felt embraced. They were excited about people honking their horns and supporting us. And in the end, when I asked the 5-year-old and the 8-year-old, how do you feel? What did that make you feel like? And they all said, I felt really good. I'm hoping that my children can see that they have power in their voice. If they get together with people, that those changes can happen.
We have a struggle as a family, so we have to march as a family.
For Councilman Robert White Jr. and his wife Christy, peacefully protesting is a family calling.
From the youngest to the oldest, it's important that everyone feels that they have an obligation to do this and that they pitch in, however big or small their contribution is, that they get up and they do it.
In Black families, you unfortunately always know when you have kids that there are certain life experiences that they are going to have and that you have to prepare them for. I didn't think about the fact that I would have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old marching with me in what are really civil rights marches. I hoped when I was younger that I wouldn't have to pass on these traditions, but now I hope that my children won't have to pass on these traditions to their children because of the work we're doing now as a family.
I think for our family, it was as simple as being invited by our friends. And our sort of family motto is that we show up. And that's for a lot of things, you know, but specifically in terms of what's going on right now in our country.
The Metcalf family is using this moment in history as a teachable one for their 2 sons.
So the core philosophy in our house is that you might not control outside events, but you do control how you respond to those events.
Our family will continue to protest and march until we're all equal.
Jay Gioni Palmer and his 8-year-old son Middleton started marching together in early June after Middleton had questions about the death of George Floyd.
I told him that as long as there's breath in my lungs, I would make sure that that never happened to him. But more importantly, that we will not live in fear. So the 2 of us marched out, you know, down the street, and first day was just the 2 of us, and then you know, our numbers grew. Most of the days of them, about half of the people who were out there were under the age of 12.
Initially, some of the kids were scared. But I think as they, you know, more kids started coming and they started hearing the honks in support, that helped out a lot. So by the end, they were loving it.
The road to racial equality is a long one, but these families are committed to that journey, one step at a time.
It's a relay race, right? We got to pass it on. The baton was handed to me, and I got to hand the baton off at some point. And I need to teach him and his little brother and their friends how to catch the baton and don't drop it, and pass it on, you know, when it's their time.
So how can parents help their children's voices be heard? Helping us answer